Today, we're going to take a closer look at Viralized. Is it even organic Instagram growth? And most importantly, is it a scam? My name is Ethan, and I have a decade of Instagram marketing experience. And today, we're going to take a closer look at Viralized. Real quick, I reviewed over 50 Instagram growth services. So if you want to check out my list from best to worst, and if you want to check out why I did these reviews and why these reviews matter, head on over to ascendviral.com/grades. Also, I have a nearly 3-hour completely free Instagram marketing course that's available on this YouTube channel. So please check that out because I also have some really fun things coming soon. Now, back to the review. Hey, so we're going to take a look at Viralized.com today, and this is one of the more interesting sites that I've stumbled across, and we'll be grading Viralized on the 5-star scale. And if you are unfamiliar with the 5-star scale, let me explain it to you right now. All growth services are ranked from 0 to 5 stars. The grading rubric is as follows. Number 1, is there a focus on the user's content? Good content is the key to growth. A service should assist in helping the user create better content or give coaching advice on how to improve their current content strategy. Some kind of content assistant earns a star. Number 2, what type of growth is it? Does this growth strategy that the service use go against the Instagram's terms of service? Or is it a legitimate growth strategy? A legitimate ethical growth strategy earns a star. Number 3, is it manual or is it a bot? Does the service incorporate some kind of AI, software, bot, or some kind of automation that goes against Instagram's terms of service? Or is it a manual service performed by hand on a real phone? Any kind of manual service, which is preferred, earns a star. Number 4, is there a free trial or growth guarantee? Does the service offer some kind of free trial or some kind of satisfaction or growth guarantee? A free trial earns half a star, and a satisfaction or growth guarantee earns half a star. Number 5, who is running the company? Can the owner or the actual team information be easily found on the website? If the owner or the team information can be easily identified, they earn a star. So Viralize is kind of doing an interesting thing where they're taking a lot of the promotional methods that some of the more unsavory sites are using. They are claiming that there is AI technology, which is not great. They're also kind of being very ambiguous on how you are gaining followers. However, there are quite a few green flags that I do see, but there's also some things that I'm just not seeing. There's not a ton of information about Viralized, so I'm doing my best to explain what I believe to be happening here. So let me do that. If you are curious on what I think about Viralized, I will tell you. So what I imagine this site is some kind of automation service, probably on a real smartphone, but it's being performed by AI, or it's being performed by some kind of bot on the phone. It's being performed by some kind of software on a real phone. That's typically what most of these newer sites are doing. They're trying to get away with performing actions on a real phone, but they are still using automation, which Instagram does not want people to be doing. And, they're claiming here that, are there any risks in Viralized? They say, no, none of our clients or accounts have ever been banned in any way. Maybe that is true. I don't have any evidence to suggest that that is not 100% true. However, I will just speak on my experience from knowing the owners of very similar sites and knowing their stories and being in the discussions of people who own sites like this. And the discussions typically go, it's really good in the beginning, but Instagram doesn't want people automating on their platform. So eventually things get bad. That's what happens. And it's happened over and over again. Instagram does not like automation. And typically, they could have terminology on their site where it suggests, that there's a real human. They kind of like, they say account managers online here. Unfortunately, it really seems like there's not a real person doing something on a phone, because you would mention that. You wouldn't say AI technology. It's very similar to likely what Flock Social is doing. And in general, you shouldn't ever automate on your phone. And if you're signing up for a company who's not explicitly stating that this isn't automation, you shouldn't sign up with them, because you don't want to automate on your phone, because Instagram will not like that. And maybe Viralized has had a very successful run so far, and I hope they have. I hope nobody who signed up with Viralized has had their account damaged. I really hope that's the case. That would suck if people sign up for a site like this and then all of a sudden, they get their, account banned or suspended or whatever the case may be. But if they are doing an unethical thing, which would be automating on smartphones, or maybe this is just computer software that they've figured out how to automate on, it really is only a matter of time. And I only say that because I've seen it happen over and over and over and over again for these sites. It's just what happens. It's just, you can't bypass it. Instagram eventually will figure it out. It doesn't matter how much AI technology this site uses. And to put it in perspective, Meta, Instagram's parent company, is one of the largest AI companies in the world. They are spending so much money on the metaverse, or spending so much money on AI, that they're going to have better resources than all of these companies. And they're going to be able to detect when there's automation. And it's only going to get harder and harder and harder and harder for these companies to exist. And maybe this company does use real people, but they should be saying that. If you are interacting with people, and there's a lot of things that they're just not being very clear on, because you'd think it would be follow and follow, but it really seems like they're likely using story views. They're automating everything. They're, story viewing, they're doing follow and follow. They're doing a bunch of things. They're just not being descriptive at all, which would scare me. I mean, it's scary. You should ask for more answers. If you are really like, I'm curious about Viralized, I think this is the site for me. I'm not here to say no, but you need to start asking them questions. You need to say, is this manual or is this a bot? Because if they're not stating it, you have to assume it's bot. You have to ask them, is this personal account manager going to help me make better content? Because the number one issue for most people before they sign up for an Instagram growth service is they do not know how to make good content, and they are lost, and they usually don't have people nudging them in the right direction. So it doesn't matter how, if you sign up for the pro, standard, or max, assuming that this is some kind of tier of how many actions they perform with their bot, if your content's bad, you're not going to get good results for any package. If this is an automation service, and again, it's just because they're not descriptive at all on what's going on here. And I think it's very easy to clear that up if they add more frequently asked questions here. I hope they do. I hope they, I hope they clarify things, because I don't want bad things to happen to people. I don't want bad things to happen to these companies, but I also don't want somebody signing up for the service thinking it's completely risk-free, when my personal experience and what's actually been recorded many times, that these sites get taken down, and there's consequences for the people that use these sites, because Instagram wants to protect their platform. They don't want spam. They don't want automation on their platform. And if they believe that your account has engaged in a lot of that activity, there's going to be consequences. And it's just one of those situations where I hope they clarify that kind of stuff. And I hope, if they are being ethical, I hope they lean into that. And I hope they keep doing ethical things, because I would like to see these kind of companies succeed. And I would like to see more options for people to explore organic Instagram growth. And the issue is, there's no mention of organic. It's AI technology, and Meta and Instagram does not like people using AI technology to grow, because that's always terminology for, we're using software or we're using automation to grow, and Instagram does not want that. They only want real actions on real phones, by real people that are intentional. They do not want spam, unintentional on software, because that devalues the entire platform. And if you're Instagram, you want to make the platform good. You want to make people enjoy their experience on Instagram. You don't want people to be on Instagram and just be hounded by bots and inauthentic follows and inauthentic story views and whatever the case may be. So that's all I really have to say. That's something to keep in mind. I would also like to see a trial. Like, it would be great if there was a trial. It'd be great if they had, you know, really clear wording here. I think that's really what they're missing on their site, is that they're really missing some clear wording. I would really like to see them clarify some of these things. And yeah, I hope everybody who signs up with the site has a good time. I hope this is, you know, good and beneficial for everybody. I don't think the prices are crazy. I mean, if it is just automation, then there's definitely cheaper options. And there's also cheaper options that have free trials. There's cheaper options that clarify what's happening. And that's, I think, what this site needs to do. And I think this is a relatively new site. I think that's young. There's something about this that just is very interesting to me. I think they could benefit from having more pages and not trying to fit everything on one page. And I think they just need to explain what's going on. And if you're interested in this site, head on over to viralized.com, ask them some questions. That's all. Ask them some questions. Ask them to clarify everything that I stated in this video, and hopefully you get the answers that you're looking for. And if you're not, then, you know, take that, you know, if they're providing answers that you're not looking for, then you got to do what's best for you. So that's all I really have to say. You can check out viralized.com. I think I gave them 1.5 stars because I think this is interaction-based growth, and I do think they kind of, I think it's 1.5 stars. Anyway, yeah, not the worst. They're not the worst site, because at the end of the day, interaction growth is heading in the right direction. And yeah, hopefully things can get clarified in the future for them. So viralized.com. If you want to check out my organic Instagram growth service, you can check out ascendtoviral.com/followers. If you want to check out all 50 Instagram services that I have reviewed, you can check out ascendtoviral.com/grades. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Do something nice to somebody today. Send someone a nice text. Send your mom a text. When's the last time you texted your mom? Send your mom a text. Tell her you love her. All right. Have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.